Levians, it is Sister here. Hopefully you're having a great day. I'm having a great day. We're back today in Weapon Finding Simulator because I want to go over something everyone needs to do. I've done it in my Noob to Pro. All of my accounts follow these rules, and I kind of want to share some tips and tricks I have in order to getting level 6, getting these passive unlocks for these spell groups so that you can get better at the game. There's a lot of weapon damage in here. There's a lot of spell damage. There's pickups. There's banshees. There's a ton of stuff. So before we get right on into it, if you have not already, please make sure you smash the lovely like button. Do the same subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Helps me out a lot. We're going to jump right on into it. So, things to note with this. This is me giving y'all tips and tricks on how to complete this. Some of this is RNG. We'll get to the RNG point here in a minute. So just kind of keep that in mind that some of this is RNG. But there is some stuff that you can control. So, in order to get level 6 or get the passive unlock for these spell groupings, is you have to get every single spell in the group up to level 6. Now, this is actually relatively easy to do, generally for about the first 4 or 5 spells in the group. These drop very frequently from the mobs that are in the zones associated with them, which, if you don't know what zones are associated with which spells, here is a list. There's a list also on my Discord. There's a list on the main Weapon Fighting Sim Discord. So hopefully this helps. I'll keep this up here. Pause the video, get your screenshot, zoom in. Yeah. I also, if I'm able to put it in the description, I will for y'all. Let's keep rocking and rolling. So once you've identified where you need to farm, start farming through those areas. Now, you just need to get them up to level 6. If you get them up higher, there are other achievements associated with this, so it will be something that you can work on at another time. However, we're just working on level 6 right now. So, say you've already gotten the first 5 done. They're already up to level 6. You're missing mythical, eternal, or exotics. Well, a good way to get these is they are super, super rare drops in the zone. If you don't know what I'm talking about in the zone, I mean if you are physically in the zone grinding, they are rare spawns in the zone. Means stuff can drop it. The megas, the common mobs can drop them. However, a more likely place you're going to find them is in the boss drops. So this is the boss chest. More common in the hard mode boss chest, you'll be able to get them at an easier rate. Now you're like, sister, I can't do hard mode on all these. It hurts. It hurts. I understand. Still try. Next way that you can get these lovely spells is merchants, or what was it, scam merchant as everyone likes to call it. Now, with the merchant, it's random. You may not always get it, but you just need one to get started because of the next way I'm going to talk about. And you're like, So as soon as you get one from these merchants, you don't really need to buy anymore unless it's just something from like a world like so far back that you have plenty. And, you know, buying a billion isn't going to hurt you. So what you're going to want to do at this point is you've already gotten your one. So you got it either as a boss drop, you got it as a rare drop from a mob, you got it from the merchant. You got it from one of those 3 lovely locations. At this point, what you're going to use is the spell library. Something that is very underutilized. And what you can do, usually for over about 300 scrolls, is in 12 hours, you can have 1 level on that eternal or that exotic spell. That is huge, okay? Because that's going to allow you, if you already got 1 from the boss, and you spend 2.5 days basically putting stuff in there, you now can complete that 1 tap without having to farm a whole lot in the other zones, all that good stuff. You can go back to farming on other stuff. You can go play other games. But in 2.5 days, if you keep on top of the 12-hour incubation, you can get it pretty easily, pretty quickly, which is actually pretty nice. And that is actually how, for my alt account that I use, so Pleb Queen SG, here she is, that is how I got all of her stuff up to level 6, is I use her for mostly for XP farming. And on occasion, mythical and eternals. So I really don't want her back in further zones. I want her in the current zone we're working on to get me XP. And so I just will send her back to the spell library. And she will farm this stuff up for me. Usually she's farming it for herself. I'm still working on a couple with her that I really want to get through. Things like getting silver, getting extra chi. Those are really big ones. Those are going to help you out a lot, trust me. That's how some people are getting these billions every single time. And I mean, guys, this is pretty simple stuff. It's utilize the stuff mechanics we have in the game. They make it super, super easy. Now, if you're like, sister, I don't, my library is utilized for my weapon casting and my spell casting. I can't be doing all that. I'm sure there is someone out there that is selling spell you need without upgrades. I'm pretty sure you could find someone to actually buy it from. So that would be my last way, is you can actually just go and buy it from someone. Mind you, it's probably going to be expensive and not really the most effective way to do it compared to the other ways that I talked about, but that is entirely up to you. Now, you can also get these spells from events. That's kind of the last thing I wanted to talk about, but the events you have no control over. They are entirely random, non-repeatable, and a lot of RNG. That is a lot of RNG. I mean, there's RNG compared to the boss chest, but that's just a lot of RNG. So, guys, that's kind of my tips and tricks to getting your spells up to level 6 so that you can get the buffs. I think I did a math one time, and there's like over 100% increase for weapon, spell damage, and a bunch of other stuff. And it increases the damage of your banshees, which no one ever really uses them, I feel like, to their fullest potential. So that is kind of something I'm going to be looking at, is can you basically solo with a banshee? Like, is it possible to just be a is like banshee caster going to be the next thing? So that's kind of something I do want to go look at because I'm intrigued. So, Plebs, thank you for making it to this part of the video. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully this was informative. I'm sorry it's a little bit shorter. I have been actually trying to push out longer videos, stuff that's over 10 minutes. I know y'all tend to enjoy that more. So I have been trying. Also, hopefully y'all have been enjoying the different editing style. I am doing more of voiceover stuff. So this video was entirely voiced over. Ironically, I was recording like 5 other videos at the same time. So I'm seeing if that kind of helps with the video quality, allows me to sit down, edit more instead of, you know, having to deal with key typing in the background. Actually, I can't smash keyboard right now because I'm doing the hatching for earlier this week. So, all right, plebs, thank you for making it to this part. Sorry for the ramble, and I'll see y'all next time.